The restaurant shimmered like a palace of glass and golden light, its chandeliers dripping crystals, its tables dressed in smooth cream linens, its air filled with soft music and the quiet clink of silverware. To most people inside, it was another luxurious evening. To Amara and her daughter, it felt like the final test of an already impossible day. They had started the afternoon excited, with little Lily bouncing in the back seat, singing her own birthday song. 7 years old today. 7. Amara had saved for months to bring her here, a restaurant Lily had once pointed to from the car window and whispered, "One day?" Today was supposed to be that day. Instead, a sudden downpour had turned the dirt road by the lake into a messy trap. The wheels of their old car sank deep, spinning uselessly. Amara tried pushing. Lily tried helping by cheering. But one slip sent Amara crashing into mud from hip to knee. Then Lily, trying to help pull her mom up, slipped too, right onto her birthday dress. They laughed at first. But when the car refused to move and the rain soaked everything, panic replaced the laughter. Amara had already canceled too many special things in their life. She refused to cancel this. So they washed off what they could in lake water, wrapped Lily's jacket around her shoulders, and walked, practically squished, their way to the nearest bus stop. By the time they reached the restaurant, they were streaked with drying mud and smudged raindrops. Amara sent a silent prayer before pushing open the door. That was when the room fell silent. Now, standing under the bright lobby lights, Amara wished she could shrink herself and her daughter out of sight. The stares stabbed like needles. The laughter stung worse. She brushed a wet lock of hair away from Lily's forehead. "Just hold my hand," she murmured, hoping her voice didn't shake. "We'll make this work, okay?" Lily nodded, but her lower lip quivered. She clutched the handmade birthday card she'd drawn, a picture of her and her mom with a little sun in the corner. Mud had smudged the sun's rays. Amara lifted her chin and approached the hostess. "Reservation for 2, she said, trying to keep her tone steady. Under Amara Fields. The hostess hesitated, her eyes flicking between the pristine dining room and the mud marks on the floor. "Ma'am," she whispered, "the restaurant, we have certain appearance guidelines." A loud laugh came from behind. "Appearance guidelines," a man repeated mockingly. "You should put that on the door." "No mud allowed." His table burst into more laughter. Amara wanted to sink into the floor. Lily moved closer, pressing against her leg. And then... "Amara?" She froze. That voice. Warm, steady, familiar. Turning slowly, she saw him weaving through the tables, Elias Turner. She hadn't seen him in nearly a year. They'd met through a community volunteer program. He ran a charity fund for single parents, and she had been attending budgeting classes. He had been kind back then, kind in a way that didn't come with pity or judgment. And she remembered him mostly because he made Lily laugh once by pretending a spoon was a tiny superhero. He wasn't dressed like the other guests tonight. He had rolled up sleeves and a loosened tie, like someone who had escaped a business meeting and was finally breathing again. But the moment his eyes landed on her mud-covered dress and Lily's trembling hands, his entire expression softened into something close to concern. "What happened to you two?" Elias asked gently as he reached them. Amara opened her mouth, but nothing came out. She felt ridiculous. Embarrassed. Out of place. And yet, somehow, less alone standing in front of him. She exhaled. "Our car got stuck. Then the rain hit. And I didn't want to miss Lily's birthday dinner." Lily peeked out. "I'm 7 now," she said in a tiny voice. Elias crouched to her level immediately. 7? That's a big deal. "Happy birthday, Lily." His smile was warm, the kind that didn't fade when people were watching. "You look like you've had quite the adventure." "She doesn't look like she belongs here," someone muttered from a nearby table. Elias stood up slowly, calm, composed, but something sharp glinting in his eyes. He turned to the hostess. "Where's their table?" The hostess opened her mouth, but before she could speak, one of the laughing guests chimed in loudly, probably outside. "With the stray cats." More laughter followed. Elias stepped forward, shoulders squared. Is that how you talk about guests here? His voice wasn't loud, but it carried. The laughter died abruptly. He looked at the hostess again. Their table is with me. The room stilled. Even the music felt quieter. The hostess blinked rapidly. Of course, Mr. Turner. Right away. Elias gently motioned for Amara and Lily to follow him. They walked past rows of stairs, some confused, some embarrassed, others suddenly pretending to mind their own business. But Amara didn't focus on them anymore. Lily held Elias's hand now, skipping a little as if the mud never existed. Elias led them to a private booth tucked near a window overlooking warm streetlights. Soft curtains framed the view. The table was already set, candles flickering gently. Amara paused beside it, unsure. Elias, you really didn't have to. Yes, he said quietly, I did. He pulled out a chair for Lily. Birthday girl sits first. Lily climbed up, grinning now as if the world had turned right again. Amara remained standing for a moment, overwhelmed. I don't want to ruin your evening. I know we look like a mom who fought through half the world to make her daughter's birthday special. Elias finished. That's all I see. Amara swallowed hard. Her eyes stung. He smiled gently. Sit. Please. She sank into the chair. Lily reached across and grabbed her hand under the table. Mommy, she whispered, it's perfect. Amara breathed out a laugh, small, shaky, real. Elias glanced at them both, a softness in his expression. You know, he said lightly, when the hostess told me the last guest hadn't arrived yet, I never imagined you two would walk in like heroes coming back from battle. Amara let out a tiny, embarrassed laugh. Heroes might be a stretch. Not to me, he said simply. The candles flickered, warming the space between them. And for the first time that day, Amara felt like she belonged.